The SI Inquisitor drifts idly on the outside of Veltman, the planet that has dynamic station as well as the colony of New Sonoma. Idle beeps, lights flash, and then a sudden warping sound. As another ship approaches the SI Inquisitor. Little does our party know, something's going on up above. But that's for us to find out later.
What?
For now, welcome to Lizards and Locations, Mass Effect, Broker Builder, Corporate Spy. Kat, what do we got?
Well, first a gravity question. Are you sure it's above? Because there's not really like an up or down in space.
Ah, good point.
Anyway.
In space, every side is starboard.
Stop. But anyway, y'all should check out Shadowmare Comics. There's a link down below somewhere for shadowmarecomics.com. Use the code LIZARDS something.
23.
LIZARDS23.
I was gonna say, do the motion again because you weren't on camera.
Okay. Use the code LIZARDS23 when you go to that link down there for, awesome stuff like 50% off your first month of subscription to comics from shadowmarecomics.com.
Yeah, and I believe they have a Kickstarter coming out soon too.
Ooh, that's true for their new comic series. They're also working on other fun things to release, so support them.
Yeah,
sounds enthusiastic.
I was gonna say.
I was gonna mention what they were vaguely working on, but I actually...
I'm not sure if we're allowed to.
Exactly. So they're working on so many things.
Yeah, we got to hang out with them at the... was it MegaCon?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, cool guys.
Lizards 23.
Lizards 23.
23.
ShadowmareComics.com.
Alright, let's cue that intro and we'll be back soon.
Lizards 23.
ShadowmareComics.com.
Previously on Mass Effect, our synthetic insights Corpos fought their way out of the town New Simona via the Taurus Explorer. They were bombarded
You did call it
by scarab-infested husks while also trying to navigate around a sandstorm. Due to some fancy driving and clever electronics and weapon work, they were able to safely escape and locate the abandoned base of operations. What appeared to be an enormous mech submerged in a lake was actually a downed Reaper from the War of the Reapers. With some charismatic conversations, the group was able to talk their way into the base. Here they learned about Synthetic Insight's role in researching Reaper technology, as well as understanding indoctrination. Batsy sabotaged the base with their nanotech and also stole some Reaper tech as well. Jason felt a strange pull to the Reaper tech. And the group made their way outside the base after negotiations started to break down. After the sabotaging of the base, you made your way towards the excavation site where you were, before you got there, attacked by some disgruntled abandoned on bikes who you sabotaged your base recently. But you beat them fairly easily. And we also were able to hack into the datapad of Dresden Ryum, and Batsy found out that Jason is indeed a product of Project Rain.
Oh my god,
Also,
I found out
level
so many
6, so
things
that's
that I
kinda
didn't write down in these notes.
So, you are currently on your
What are
way
my other notes?
to the excavation site. Izzy, I remember correctly, you had already given the directions to Jason so that he could navigate his way over there. You just slightly accidentally led them to the abandoned base of operations first, but that's besides the point, right?
Well, that was, yeah.
Just what you do, you know?
It's perfectly normal, rational.
I do have a
stuff.
question. We have a second.
Yeah.
So I've been role-playing Tess as, like, whenever she sees Reaper Tech, she, like, treats it as, like, if we're going by Omega, Alpha, Beta, like, threat levels, like, basically, like, Omega level threat.
Yeah.
Is there, like, I would be, like, that is in character that she would do that.
Absolutely.
Correct?
You would know that this is, after the War of the Reapers, it was absolutely outlawed to be working on Reaper Tech.
Okay.
It's just a little weird because the company that you serve as a contractor, of security, are the ones who are working with Reaper technology. So
well, I mean, and that's one thing. Like that's like the question is, does Tess specifically know enough about Reaper Tech or been informed enough about Reaper Tech to know this is a fucking full stop? No, full stop. Do not. Or is it just like she heard that you're not supposed to, and that's like the end of it? Because like there's a difference between knowing why something is illegal and just it being illegal.
The only people who have it legal to do that are in the terminus systems.
Right. Okay. So basically, I'm just saying because like I've been treating it like a Omega level threat.
Yeah.
I'm just like
full
stop. Absolutely fucking not.
Yep.
Okay. So I just want to make sure that I'm doing that accurately.
There's so many reasons to use AI and shit. Some Reaper Tech is fine.
No.
Probably.
No.
I will say with the ability to have the navigation, plans to go towards the excavation site, Jason, you could make a survival check with advantage, since, like I said, you have the navigation. It's now just really, can you follow a map, or at least a nav point guiding?
Can you?
Well, can you?
Will you?
That's a different question entirely.
Yeah, updated character card. Level 6.
Woo!
Oh no, did I forget to do that earlier?
Not anymore, no.
Well, 24.
24, yeah. I mean, this is nothing to you. Even though the terrain is extremely difficult and rough in the sense of you are walking on it, with this Taurus Explorer, this is a piece of cake. You are going through the dunes like it's meant to happen, and you make your way closer and closer. I'll say by the time it would take to get to the excavation site, you would have time for people to take a long rest.
Yeah, you would.
Takes me 10 hours.
10 hours to do it. So this is probably a 12-hour journey. The problem with this is, do you want to pull over at some point to rest, or how do you want to approach that? Because they could get long rest because they're not driving.
I'll just keep driving. He's like, I imagine in his mind he's not thinking about rest because he's on the job.
Yeah.
So he's just like we're approaching the whatever point. Like he's not gonna rest. He's just gonna keep going. Because for another reason, he doesn't trust any of these other people to drive.
Okay.
What? He doesn't
Silly.
trust them?
We're so trustworthy. What are you talking about?
Hey,
I've been so.
you're not in my thoughts.
You know exactly what they would say. If you
Well, I
told
think
them
it's been
that.
pretty obvious that he doesn't want any of you touching any of the vehicles.
If you can drive from point A to point B on Tachanka, you can drive anywhere. I'm going to do a sweep of the Taurus Explorer, just because we were outside of it for a little while we were in the camp. I want to make sure they didn't put a tracker or anything sabotaging it.
Okay, go ahead and do
I've been doing mini steering wheel. It might even be more like a...
I rolled a 17, which brings me up to a 24.
24.
Big hallway.
With a 24, you're. Are you investigating the exterior as well? Are you getting outside of it, or are you staying mainly on the inside?
I guess I can't really do that while he's driving. but I can like use the cameras on the turrets and stuff.
Yeah, that's fine. No problem with that.
Anything that I would be able to find. I
Yeah,
guess.
you can look for the breach points that you guys had to, like one you welded that special spot on the left-hand side, and you're like looking through. Nothing seems to be catching your eye in the form of any kind of tracking device. There are still little bits of like broken scarabs, like that have been destroyed from your guys' defense of the vehicle.
Okay.
You use the cameras to kind of look around. Nothing is.
There are bits of scarab though.
Yeah,
inside. I'm gonna collect all the scarabs and just kind of like try and throw them out of the vehicle.
Yeah, they're weird because like you go to pick them up and like
I'm using my biotics. I'm not touching them.
Never mind. Yeah, so you kind of do the whole levitate of them, right? And just kind of let them.
Yeah, basically, my idea was like you just see her kind of like warp the interior with the biotics, and you just see like a bunch of like things all stick together, and then like crush them as much as you can into a ball.
Yeah,
and
nice.
then like if there's like
compactor action.
Yeah, basically, and then like, if there's a way to like just toss them out, like there's like a little chute or something to like throw them out.
Yeah.
Toss them.
Yeah,
out.
there's a little back vent that you could like pop open and then do it that way.
That's that. Yeah, so just making sure there's nothing in this that we didn't bring in specifically on our own.
Okay, and then you would take a long rest, I'm guessing?
And I would take a long rest.
Okay. Batsy and Val, are you guys taking long rests? Anything else you're doing?
Yeah, no, we're gonna take a nap.
Okay. What about Izzy?
We already did all our hacking.
Yeah, I'm napping.
Okay.
Singing songs
We be
for
napping.
everybody. Because I have that thing where I can sing a song at camp and everybody gets to feel all cozy and comfy and nappy.
Oh, I love
Okay.
that.
I'm gonna read what it says in case.
Is that like
anybody's
essentially a song of
different.
rest, essentially?
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Nothing particularly crazy.
Nate's favorite part of the entire thing is pretending to drive a spaceship.
What are you doing over there, hon?
Pretending to drive.
Drive a spaceship.
Yeah. Tell me about it. Alright, then don't. Keep your...
I don't know why he's shifting.
The sand, you'll note, during this drive, throughout their rest, you would notice for sure the picking up of the sandstorm going on around you. I'll say with that roll though, you're still navigating, very, very easily. But it is almost great, as you can hear right now, this ambiance, the sound of like just wind rustling, a little bit creaking in, to where that the left side was like, I guess you could say it was kind of like the way you guys placed metal, and then you in a way forged your own kind of panel door, a wall, almost not even a door. There is little creases where wind does kind of escape in and sand pokes in, and then I probably Tess on her idle time biotics it back out, kind of thing. But
honestly, I never slept better. Like this. If this isn't exactly like it was like on Tachanka, then I don't know what would be. It's like, oh man, slightly shabby interiors, atomic winds in the background, just fucking garbage going into my shack. Yeah, this is Tachanka all over. Yeah, it's great.
Home sweet home.
Yeah, basically.
Anything from your Song of Rest thing that you found?
It's all short rest stuff.
Short rest stuff? Okay.
Let's pretend that it is.
I appreciate the
That's no
lullaby
problem.
anyway.
Are you taking a short rest by chance?
Actually, this is an interesting question.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's not really true.
It's an interesting question. Keep
I was gonna say, so because of my characters, I have Sentry mode, but it does say spend at least 6 hours in an inactive motionless state. Not entirely without motion, but I'm just kind of sitting there driving in a fixed direction.
No.
Yeah.
Because that sounds like.
I don't know, I'm interested in John's opinion in it.
Yeah, this is like the, instead of an 8-hour sleep, it's a 6-hour sleep. It's basically like a weird half elf from a couple of things ago.
Yeah.
Or like they
Can
only
you read it
sleep
again for me real quick, just for good?
When you take a long rest, you must spend at least 6 hours in an inactive, motionless state.
The inactive is the
rather
problem
than
there.
sleeping, it specifically is what it says.
Yeah.
So the reason.
So because this is active, I'm
You
driving.
know what? I got you. You ready? Do an electronics check to see if you can put it in an autopilot with a navigation system. And then you can just go inactive.
Interesting.
I'll say it's a decently hard, just because of sandstorm going on.
Would you let me help you?
You would have to know that he is doing it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, you'd have to know that I'm attempting to go into my
Inactive state.
Almost
Yeah,
sleep.
And I'm guessing you don't like to tell
Fine,
people
then
what
keep
that
your
was.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah.
I mean, that would kind of give away the fact that he's a robot.
Yeah.
You said electronics.
Yes.
Which
You wouldn't have to tell me that. You would just be like, how do I get this in autopilot?
13?
I'll be in sleep.
Just a meaningful eye contact would be enough payment for Izzy.
Is there any reason why you would have advantage on this roll
Oh, no,
or anything like that?
The only reason I could see is if being.
I know you're proficient in vehicle handling.
I am. Yes. I have expertise in vehicle handling.
Do vehicle handling instead. I'll allow that.
You're worth more than just a
same
jerk
roll
off
vehicle
animal.
handling.
Yeah.
Then it's an 18.
18. Whew. Okay, so the DC I had is 18. You are the dice roller.
Tie goes to the roller.
So it goes to the roller. So yeah, you'll be fine.
Just barely.
Like I said, it's kind of hard because I didn't want to make it a
That's
20.
what she said.
Didn't want to make it 20, but it's more than like a medium at like above average 15. So yeah, I'll say you were able to, and you guys are all taking long rests, right? So they wouldn't even notice. Yeah. I was gonna say did anybody catch it, but no, if they're taking long rests, then they wouldn't even notice.
I imagine that it's gonna look like what it's gonna look like is he's still just kind of looking forward, and just his hands are like
Out of hit dice.
like around the wheel, but like he's just kind of looking dead ahead. So if you're like, hey Jason, hey, he might not respond immediately,
Mm-hmm.
you know. So that would be like a little like, what the hell? Like is he in sleep paralysis?
Well, I mean, here's the thing too, because
I can still hear and react.
if we're treating it like sleep, even in a long rest, if somebody wakes you up for like a little bit to talk to you, that doesn't interrupt your long rest. As long as you don't do anything that would be considered strenuous, you can then go back to sleep and it doesn't interrupt.
I guess actually that's so. It says in this state you appear inert, but it doesn't render you unconscious, and you can see and hear as normal. So actually, even
that's still rendering pretty good for you.
So I'm just like,
I
was looking at them.
I will say,
Turns head.
it's about a 12-hour journey. You needed 10 hours, what you needed, because the four added extra, right?
Yeah.
So you're still good then. Yeah.
Okay.
So even with that, unfortunately, can you roll a wisdom save?
Here we go.
You are still in the presence of something, and you took a long rest with it.
And we all need to take our wisdom saving throw?
You do actually.
Yeah.
Thank you for reminding me of that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't just affect him.
Yep.
Sure does.
17.
You will stay in level 1. You won't advance to level 2. If you succeed again later on, then you can possibly go down to 0.
Even in the presence of it.
Mm-hmm.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's because one of the features of my class is I could take an augment that gives me 2 additional saving throw benefits.
Okay.
So I have proficiency in saving throws for Dex, Con, Intelligence.
Okay,
and
Paladin, jeez.
That's so good.
It's very, very useful.
So good. Anybody else's wisdom saves? How we do?
13.
13. Woo! You are okay.
Batsy was an 18 and Val was a 6.
Val, during the how long does it take you to take a long rest?
I think a full 8 hours or whatever.
8 hours. You would also reach level 1 of indoctrination. You're gonna have difficulty sleeping, and you're gonna have dreams of inky black and oily shadows. And it takes you the full time of traveling to get that full long rest.
Because it's like 10 hours or?
It's 12 hours of driving, and
Oh,
you
so
get
12.
and it's 4 hours added
Okay.
to your sleeping.
I also got a 13.
13 is also enough, so you're fine. You do not reach level 1 indoctrination. So, sorry, reminding that was Batsy or Val that got that? Val.
But I take it that because I'm level 1 indoctrinated, it's harder for me on the save?
We did get, you know what? We gave you disadvantage on the save is what we did.
Oh, was that?
That's what we did the first time. Yep.
Okay. So let me do that. Let me roll disadvantage. Because I was like, it would make sense that if I'm already kind of sick, as it were.
It's weird because I could see both arguments making sense. Like it's harder to get
Because
farther
they
and
are made
further
from it. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's also, well, for you specifically, it would be disadvantage because you're made of reprotect. But like,
Yeah.
if it were any of the other characters, like, well, is it easier to get corrupted the farther you go along, or is it harder to push you further into indoctrination? I could see the argument for either way.
Yeah.
So it's,
I mean, the further you get into indoctrination, I feel like it's easier to be indoctrinated.
I mean, you can say that, but there are plenty of times where it's like in actual like cult ideology, so you push somebody too far, and they basically just like, wait a fucking second, what the fuck am I doing? And then
almost
the entire thing shatters.
Almost a tolerance break.
Yeah, it's like it will completely shatter the entire illusion.
That's a good point. Yeah. So everybody can mark a long rest, a much needed one as well.
So true.
No, it's been a long.
It's
day
been
for
a
you
minute.
guys. Yeah.
We've gone through some shit.
It just sucks because you guys landed in a colony that was under you haven't had a moment to of the sake of brevity, right?
And,
even
then, like when we were on the actual station, we were kind of like trying to
working.
figure out what the fuck we're doing. Yeah. It's like this is the first time we've actually been able to like sleep
since getting to Dynamic Station.
Yeah, since we did that initial jump.
Yeah. The site as the excavation site becomes extremely clear to you as a cave. You see like a mountain pass, and there's this cave exterior that seems to be artificially opened up, not natural in its sense of being a cave. And you can see structures holding up the entrance to this cave that seem to be some form of metal that you're not familiar with, actually. And there's a lot of vehicles that seem to be twisted, like these land vehicles, almost like contorted and twisted, like something affected the metal that they're made of.
Are we all seeing this?
If you guys are all approaching the cockpit of the car.
Oh yeah, no, I'd probably be sitting next to him. Probably. Honestly, I'm sitting next to him and I've got like a ball, and I'm just like.
They're at the maybe 6 meters in front of the cave entrance. You see what looks like a barricade that has been made haphazardly out of bodies.
Whoa. Okay.
Everybody can make a perception. Anybody who's at the cockpit could make a perception check.
Sure,
Kat, I would say your Elcor friend probably would not fit easily with everybody out there in the cockpit area.
And
I was
down in front, Val.
But then
Just
we're
the
just
sand.
gonna chill in the.
In the back?
Is there still a
Into the back,
sandstorm
yeah.
going on?
There is.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a
does it
long
manage to
sandstorm.
see it?
It is going to be what's the word? I'm going with the thing that Andrew was trying to do, where it's like not mostly obscure or lightly obscure. It's like an average,
Medium
a
obscured.
moderate obscure.
Moderately obscure.
Yeah.
So it just affects the AD.
The difficulty of it. Yep.
I imagine Izzy's probably watching through like a comm thing while he sits in a place where he knows he'd be helpful quickly.
Okay.
Because of the sandstorm and stuff, he's probably being a little bit strategic about where he's sitting.
Okay, so you're staying on the electronic side of things, making sure
Yeah,
the
but
life forms inhabited, like those kinds
Unless
of
we're deboarding, I'm probably in engineering, finagling little tiny,
So in the very back of it.
just little sculptures that move when you twist like the little key, so they like waddle across the table.
Very fun. What do we get
But
for
I'm
our
definitely like watching.
perception checks here?
There's 20.
Through 20?
14.
2?
26.
26. Okay. And we say
14.
14. Yeah. 14, you're not able to see the body stuff and what's going on up front, but you are looking for life forms. There seems to be one life form, and it's inside the cave. That's on the radar for you. All the other life forms are gone.
In your HUDs, you get a message from me, which is basically like I opened up a Zoom channel and you see my face kind of lounging in the electronics area, and I'm like, seems like the only life form around here is inside that cave.
With dirty 20 and a 26, you would notice that the sands have shifted. Like there's so much with the sandstorm going on, but it's shifted some of the bodies around, and you can see dead scarabs rolling out of the bodies. It seems like this was some type of purge that was going on here.
Are they like burned bodies?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say we should burn these unless they're already burned.
Yeah.
In which case,
The charring is extremely obvious.
Okay.
Yeah.
who's got the flamethrower? Because I know we stole
You
one.
did
of
get one
those.
flamethrower.
We stole 2 flamethrowers.
You did get 2.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna strap one to Val.
That's pretty smart.
I
Actually.
can only shoot so many guns, guys.
Oh yeah, dude. I
Trust me, buddy. You're gonna want to fire this one.
I have one
I
on
have
me.
fire. Unintended. All of this shit
I'm
just
gonna point at Izzy like exactly. Like you don't mind, do you, big guy? So like, just like strap it to one of your legs.
Reluctantly, no.
Reluctant.
In the middle of battle, with unrestrained bloodlust. Ha 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 ha.
Right. Anything special you want to do on your approach with the Taurus Explorer?
Question mark. Is there a way to find a flamethrower on this so that I can equip it?
On the, sorry, you mean the weapon?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I told Nate what it was. Nate, what is yours called?
Oh, M45, M451 Firestorm.
There you go.
Yeah, I also have one.
From Mass Effect 2.
Not anymore, you don't.
Because you have the
Because
two.
you're strapping it to Val.
I'm
right?
strapping it to Val.
Okay.
Yeah, shoot fire across the battlefield. Creeper within 6-meter cone originating from you must make a DC 13 dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, creatures take 4d6 fire or half as much on a successful save.
And I believe it's under heavy weapons. Am I wrong about that?
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is fine. I shoot all of the heavy weapons.
Yeah.
Did it add it?
If Val isn't our heavy weapons person, I don't know who is.
Just beware.
Me, I guess.
Just beware the flame. If you are using a flamethrower, it will take up extra weapon slots, right?
Yeah, so I probably shouldn't use it because my slots are full.
Where'd my
Does anybody
really-
else want it?
I should.
I'll take
There
it.
it is.
Yeah,
I
you
guess.
keep your Firestorm. I'll give mine to Val.
Okay, that's fine.
Let's see. Then I should probably get rid of the missile launcher. Ooh, that's 60, 12 thunder damage. Main targets for turn.
But yeah, anything in particular you want to do on your approach?
I mean, I definitely want to avoid scarabs if possible. I'd like to park in a distance. Like, I don't want to park too far away because I want a quick escape.
Okay.
But if I could park a little bit away from the bodies.
Okay.
They were torched, right? So there's
Yeah.
not there's scarabs on them, or there was scarabs.
They're just pouring out like roasted. Like imagine like almost like charcoal falling out of a grill.
They were recently torched.
Yes.
Oh.
Izzy, when you say life form, do you mean biological life form?
That's the reading I'm getting, right?
Yes, biological.
Yeah, biological.
You just see Tess like looking at her two shotguns. Like there's the spike thrower, which is good against organic targets, and there's the other one that's good against biotic or synthetic targets. And he's just like, okay, hold on. They're gonna decide which one I want to take.
Well, to be fair, I only sense one
Mm-hmm.
biological life form.
So we can only sense something.
Do you how many synthetic life forms do you
signature or like what
detect?
kind of position they're in?
The filter that they are using currently on the scan is looking for life forms based on oxygen.
You said oxygen.
Yep. There are other filters you could try if you want to like put like, hey, I want to do a
Let's
heat
do
signature.
electromagnetic.
Electromagnetic. Okay.
Yeah. They
Uh,
specifically asked for synthetic. Let's do electromagnetic.
yeah, just do a simple electronics check for me. I believe you have advantage of those, if I'm not mistaken.
So broken. So good. Advantage.
No, I'm just mad that I'm good at this.
No
Do
one's
I sound mad about it?
No one is that.
23.
Big fan.
Ooh, that's nice and crisp. 23, yeah. And you can electromagnetic. With that filter passed on, you see a plethora of defense systems next to, in front, I should say behind the, when I say behind, I mean towards the cave, right? There is these turret systems that are near the facade of the bodies,
Alright.
possibly where the fire came from.
Everybody, it's like I'm sharing my screen,
Mm-hmm.
so everybody sees this as I do.
As far as anything else that's
Oh wait,
picking
I'm
up,
not seeing it yet.
Sorry. Open your eyes.
as far as
There it is.
It's going direct to your HUD, dude.
anything else that's picking up, nothing. Just
These are security
Are you sure you
systems.
share the right screen?
Can we send out a radio? Or not a radio, but like a
Try to-
message?
There
You could-
it
you
is.
could-
Yeah, we could send out a radio if it was 1968. Radio.
This guy.
This
What is
fucking
this?
guy.
Why is this guy so
Frequencies.
interested
Yeah.
in ancient technology?
Oh my god, let me tell you, I love radio.
there is
frequencies.
evidence
Let's
in Mass
do
Effect
it.
of them using radio frequencies, and that was in the Bring Down the Sky DLC.
Yeah, that went so well.
Yeah, notice that they all died in that.
I love radio frequencies. I'm so glad
like to call attention
Let me go
to the
in
bodies.
detail.
What the fuck, Stacy? Spoilers?
Yeah, right?
I'd like to bring your
wow.
attention to the bodies.
That's part of the quest, finding the bodies. Yes.
Optional.
Yes.
Okay, so these are the security systems. Can you check the IFF? The internal
I'd like to,
friendly fire.
I'd like to communicate with
I'm not sure what IFF
whoever's
is actually.
in the facility to hopefully put down these turrets,
no,
because otherwise I'm going to drive the vehicle at a decent distance and just open fire on those turrets.
Okay.
Dang.
Did you want to put out some type of signal, though? You mentioned...
Yes, I would like to at least attempt to contact internally.
Identification, friend or foe. That's what it stands
Yeah,
for.
or at the very least have this is synthetic insights. At the very least, right? This is a synthetic.
You would know
insight.
that this excavation site is a
So at the very least, I would like to have some kind of contact with the facility or with the communication or with the security systems to try to override the.
That's basically what I'm asking.
Yeah, that pulled out. Because I obviously, as we discussed, have really good clearance, so it's like I should, if I'm able to communicate with it, be like, yeah, recognize us as safe, and then we can pull the car in.
Okay, yeah. Do you want to just send that out through Izzy doing it? Okay.
Yeah.
So Izzy, he's going to have you essentially send out a message to the base.
Wait, you don't need me to set up an old school radio wave
What are
repeater?
radios?
I mean, live your dream.
Immediately puts down equipment.
I'm just gonna put this away now. I'm sorry.
What is
No,
that
dude, we've
outdated
got
piece of
info.
technology doing on this vessel?
Okay.
Yeah.
IFF and send.
Yeah, so you send the signal out there. You get the usual distress call that comes in, like an auto. Well, it's like an auto response.
Yeah.
You know how it is.
Whatever.
Everyone's under distress these days.
You would know that the IFF is programmed to
Blah blah blah. Flag at half mast every day. Whatever.
essentially saying that the base has suffered severe attack.
The general collapse of the system, blah blah.
The IFF is reading friendly towards the synthetic insects.
That's why.
So you would know that the turret would not fire openly on your vehicle.
Good news, Jason.
Good
And this
news.
pops into your HUD. Bing bing. Friendly.
Bing bong.
Oh, it registered as friendly? Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, your vehicle does have a synthetic insights ID attached.
Fantastic. Do I have a synthetic insights ID
You do.
attached to it?
Yep. And you guys would all have badges.
Yeah, I
and stuff
definitely
like
have a
that,
badge
yeah.
for that.
I've got a badge somewhere
Like
in this
having an app for
wallet
that?
where I have badges for a lot of things.
Nobody will ever.
Exactly.
I'll never tell. It's shifted my brain.
Show your badge, Jason. Dot.
I
Screwdriver.
don't ask questions you don't want the answer to.
1 minute. 1 minute. Hold on.
Actually,
Hold on.
I did not kill him.
you know, there's a part of it that makes me wonder. He probably doesn't even know. He's just like, I'm here.
I am
Hold on,
my
hold on.
badge.
Shit, do you have a flathead?
They all know me.
Who uses flatheads, man?
Synthetic insights.
I prefer the hex.
No, synthetic insights use the star.
The star,
They're
yeah.
jackasses.
Whoa, you fuck you. You said hex, and that was pushing it. And you said star. Fuck you for that.
I
Everybody
broke
knows
another
that
bit.
It's bespoke.
It's the
And it's
stupid
a free
star
roll.
one.
It's an S shape for synthetic
It's-
insights.
And I love.
It's like it's literally a patented version. You have to buy their screwdrivers.
Yep.
Proprietary.
Yeah, I love the idea that they create a scarcity on their own screwdrivers.
They didn't learn from Apple.
We couldn't repair it because of the fucking stars. God damn it!
It's
I
okay.
hate this
I have
company.
a universal screwdriver blowtorch.
It's like, I hate this company,
Now
but
we're
if I
talking.
leave, I lose my pension.
Now we're.
Because those still exist in this universe.
I got a fucking screwdriver for you. Biotically blast the door open.
Well, this pension? Utopia.
I know. Worked for this godforsaken company for 40 years.
Technically,
But I
Utopia
do
wouldn't
get a
require a
pension,
pension
so that's
because
pretty
you'd be
nice.
post-scarcity.
Now I will admit what they've asked me to do is a bit dubious, but who would do that for $300,000 a year on retirement?
So what do you guys like to do on your approach?
Utopia.
Now that you know that the turrets will not open fire.
I'm gonna pull the vehicle into up into it.
You can't pull it into the cave because there is literally a blockade of bodies.
Can I
And what do we
shoot the blockade of bodies?
Yeah.
You
Oh
absolutely
my
could.
Boo! I'm on it, man.
Make an attack roll.
Tess,
Oh
can
god,
you...
what are we
Boom!
shooting?
Why? What is happening? I just was putting together a radio. Fuck.
Oh shit, radio, that's a good idea. I start playing battle music
I
because I
did
don't
want
know
to
what we're
mention,
shooting.
this life form that's in there could be the problem.
Well, I've already said that I've attacked, so,
Oh no, I mostly mean...
Oh, that we could solve the entire thing in one go? That would be
Possibly.
nice. That would be nice, wouldn't it? So this is what kind of... It's an attack roll, but what's my bonuses for
It's
those?
like, no, by all means, I want to be in there. But...
Dex of proficiency.
Dex.
Yeah.
15.
15. Yeah, I mean, it's blocked. It's a wall of bodies. And you see bodies just start flying over the turrets. Just scanning.
Mm-hmm.
Both turrets kind of... you keep driving forward, right? Kind of lock in.
Turrets look at each other.
Go down.
They're gonna look at themselves, look at Jason. Jason's gonna nod. They're gonna nod.
I will.
The eyes are out of control these days.
The whole thing.
There is when you pull into the cave, it's plenty of room for you guys to pull the Taurus in. The problem is that it would be the Taurus.
Sure.
Oh,
that's
actually-
what you
Well,
said.
before you continue,
Oh, did I say something?
I didn't know.
I heard
It's the
something.
Taurus. Is that what you heard?
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Before you continue, I like
Yeah.
the idea that the turrets look at me. They send me a meme, just to me specifically. Jason's just driving. He's like, "That's actually hilarious, hilarious." And then they go down.
You get a message in your HUD from Izzy that just says, share the joke.
It's not funny because it's only.
it's just like it's in binary code.
I'll literally translate this. I don't get it.
Damn bio lives. That's a whole joke.
How
That's
current could,
hilarious.
how current could their meme really be? They've been stuck on a planet with no communication for at least the past week and a half.
That guy doesn't know what you mean.
Fair enough.
This would be the equivalent of Jason getting to see that Field with No Girlfriend meme for the very first time, somehow in isolation, laughing at it, sending it to me because I asked, and looking at it and going,
O'clock.
this what?
The good organic is the dead one.
Exactly.
So, with you pulling into what would be the shelter of this cave, there is that barrier room where they have to do the sealing, making sure no outside contaminants come inside.
That's probably compromised.
So, would you guys? What's the play here?
Oh,
The door in front of you is closed, so you make it into the parking lot, if you will, of it, right?
Humongous because it's able to fit this.
Yeah, I think like Star Wars shuttle doors.
Okay, so it's large enough. Is it large enough that I could full rotate?
Absolutely,
the
you
Taurus?
could.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that preemptively. Just rotate the Taurus.
So the
around.
cannon is facing out that way now.
Yeah, and
I
then
feel, I feel like we stare at the door for a comedic beat for just long enough for it to be funny, and then it's gonna be like, is it gonna open? Did we not do the thing correctly? What's going
Is
on?
the contamination gate that big enough for the Taurus to go through? Or
No,
that's,
it's not.
That's person size.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I will turn the Taurus around, facing towards the exit.
Think of it as like double door size.
Yeah. And then we'll disembark.
Okay. Cool. As you guys disembark, without you guys prompting it, the outside exterior shutter doors begin to close, and the sound of the sandstorm kind of begins to like dissipate, right? As you're now in this barrier room that will allow you. So, what would you guys like to do? You're in this contamination, room where they. How
Are
are
we
you going
being
to approach it?
decontaminated?
No, to you wouldn't know how to operate it, if that makes sense. You've never been in one of these, to my knowledge.
Is there like a doorbell?
Yeah, I was gonna say, is there a console at some point?
There's a
Like a column.
yeah. There would be a wall panel next to the door on the other side.
As someone who designs a lot of the systems for SI, Would I know how to operate it?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm already pressing buttons.
Because wait, where did you...
Don't-
Which one of you
She's
was...
hitting all the wrong buttons.
That's so
Hey, I've
good.
got 19 intelligence. I'm not that dumb anymore.
Which one of you would have been in a clean room? Were you in like a clean room?
Probably at some point. I make technical stuff. They need clean rooms for that.
If there's a big red button that says press this
When
button.
we first found Izzy,
Nope,
Izzy
don't
was
press
in
the big red button.
What's the big red button do?
Bad.
I changed around a bunch of my skills though, so like.
Who designed this?
one. Probably.
Red means don't press it.
Why would you make half of the console a thing you're not supposed to interact with?
For fun.
Yeah.
This doesn't seem optimal.
You're not supposed to interact with it.
Who's supposed to interact with it?
Not you.
You're supposed to interact with it, so you press the button?
Maybe. Let's see.
They may just be the cognitive booster coming online, but it seems really silly.
So you would know that this is going to work on an ID, like an OmniTool scan.
Sure.
And then you enter in your ID number for the company.
See, first, before you can interact with this half of the console, you have to interact with this half of the console, and you have to put up your ID badge and type in your little code, and now I can press the red button.
You hit
So
the...
you do press the red button.
Yes, red for second button that's pressed.
So
That is the protocol.
Yeah, scans from the
What's that
OmniTool, you enter in your employee badge number, you hit the red button, and immediately there's
All this hullabaloo about a red button sounds racist.
80085 is my ID number
Absolutely it is.
because Dresden let me set it up myself.
Yep, and there's a lot of like, almost like a fog, smoke
I
comes
just
out
figured
from
you'd do
the
it
top
upside down
rafters,
instead.
and you see this green beam, vroom, 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 kind of just scanning back and forth of the room.
Hi.
Process complete. No contaminants found.
Oh, guys, that's so good.
Welcome. Synthetic insights in place.
Can you imagine if one of us was like infested? So
Door
bad.
doesn't open.
Well, that's fine because I know why it didn't open.
Yeah.
Right?
You've done the contamination side. Now you have to gain access to the door.
Yeah. See, pink button for third button to press.
So
It
you
doesn't-
design,
it doesn't open. Like you enter your credentials, doesn't open for you.
Oh damn! I entered Dresden's credentials.
Do you know Dresden's?
I hacked his thing.
You hacked specifically his data.
You hacked his personal data
Yeah.
pad.
I assume he keeps all of his personal information on his data pad.
That would be
just
a
like I
bad
do.
choice.
Yeah,
The
but-
Inspector would know not to have the password system for his personal.
One second, let me check my inventory.
First of all, that's not personal. His Spectre certification is not a personal thing. That is specifically a professional
I
capacity.
have all my
Let's see,
professional codes on
A
my
real
personal
professional
data.
Spectre would actually have a
Wow.
bullet in his back that
You're
he
also not a
pulls
secret
out
agent.
to then scan a red LED on a wall so he can go to a vault, open that vault, find out he's actually Jason Bourne.
Turn the key hits a ball, the ball falls onto a cup, the cup brings down the string brings another ball up, which knocks another, okay.
We're listening to that.
Rube Goldberg machine.
Yeah, Rube Goldberg machine.
I have his access card.
You have his access card. You swipe
And then
it.
the domino hits the next domino.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
The hits the next domino, and then it 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 hits the next domino.
Okay.
You swipe Dresden's card.
Yeah.
It was starting to hurt me.
Process overrided.
I was gonna let her go first. You got a really long time.
Welcome, Spectre Ryum. Door opens.
Even in death, he's helping us.
Too soon, Jason.
I'm guessing you guys enter the room.
I have a thing to say about this.
I quickly stuff it back in my suit that you can't have access to. It's mine.
Okay. We move on.
Nothing?
Oh no, I've made a mental note.
Okay. Door opens. The room is got like a faint blue, like kind of hue to it. It's very dimly lit. You look all around. Have everybody do perception checks as you enter the room.
1 second, please. I'm making notes.
Oh,
Hold, please.
This bitch trying me.
Does it have to do with smells?
Wow.
do you want to smell?
Oop.
No, I'm gonna stick with Batsy. That's fine.
Interesting. Yeah. I answered a question with a question.
Should I use Val and his advantage on smells?
Depends. Are you trying to smell the perceive?
You know what? For the meme of it, yes.
Okay.
I don't know.
Apparently I'm distracted because I believe that gives me 10.
10?
10.
Okay.
17.
Easy.
Natty 20. Total
Very nice.
21.
21 for scenting the space.
Yeah.
Please don't set my space.
For
Scented all the space.
For scenting the space.
Is that smelling? Is that what you mean? You're smelling?
Probably about time to take a shower.
Oop.
Because scenting the space and smelling something are two very different verbs, and I need to know what you mean.
And the other is.
Yeah, exactly.
Both.
Yeah. You know, it's been a second since you showered. Other than that, the room, God, you can tell that there's that like, almost like when you blow out a candle, like that smokiness, or you've cooked something in the oven and all that smoke has risen and it's been entrapped in a space. There's a little bit of that, not coming from in front of you, but from the door behind you. Like maybe that contamination room, the shutter door, is maybe not doing as good job sealing as it should. So I'll say that. It looks like a lab to you, right? But like more of a mechanical lab than a biotech lab.
So almost like a mechanic's garage almost?
Yeah. Which is weird, right? Because this is supposed to be a drilling site where they're harvesting. Like what? Like this is not at all like what was said. For my 17, looking around, you can see just basically, even in the dim light, that there's a slight elevation to a floor pad in front of you. The room is fairly bare and kind of minimalistic in its sense of actual technology that's decorating the place. With a nat 20 per 21, you would notice that this room, like mentioned before, is not really a bio lab, but more of taking what they've learned in biology and making actual tech, like gear, physical gear out of something. Like there's a mech that's on the ground that's been like shredded for parts, and it's like they're essentially like kind of makeshift making things here with very few actual pieces of technology they would need. Kind of a MacGyvering.
Would this actually, with that in mind, would this be familiar?
Would this be familiar? No. To you, this is the intelligence behind using these mech parts is extremely advanced. Like, being able to MacGyver out of this, crazy, okay? But with that being said, you're used to being in state-of-the-art facilities. And you know Synthetic Insights has state-of-the-art facilities. Why is that not here?
Okay, so it looks a little crude.
Yeah, it's crude. Yeah, for sure.
It's a good description of it, yeah.
Yeah. It's like, why? Why are we doing it this way?
I mean, it's my preferred way, but okay.
The room itself lights begin to turn on. And a man, like long white beard, kind of scraggly hair, human,
I knew it.
starts walking by. He has a cane.
Can't.
You recognize him immediately. Oh, we have visitors. That's my son.
Father.
It is so good.
Oh my god, it's a family reunion. This
To
is
see
so
you.
sweet. I'm so happy we were a part of this.
Wait,
Sudden fear.
why are you here? Jason.
I could ask you the same question.
Wait, I know what he means by
Such a
son.
heartfelt reunion.
Shit.
Who is this that you brought? Is this one of your crews? Am I your target? Is it my time?
Reading back the minutes.
No, you've never been sent on a mission to kill him, eliminate him.
Dispatching you is not my mission.
good, because I'd probably be dead, wouldn't I?
I think second. You
That is what I taught you.
Oh my god.
What?
Some play ball, others shoot others.
What is your mission, Jason?
Came here to investigate the dig site, or not the synthetic, right? That's what it was. It was a synthetic.
Yeah,
synthetic.
excavation
We
thing.
came to investigate the synthetic insights excavation site for
The metastable hydrogen.
metastable hydrogen.
Easy for you to say.
So they didn't give you the true purpose of the site.
Izzy, I think you redoing the IFF had more emotion behind it than this conversation.
They didn't tell you. What have you found
Reapers.
Yes.
We encountered the abandoned mech from the a local biker gang known as the Abandoned.
The abandoned.
They had Reaper tech that they were operating on.
They've been useful.
Well, they are no more.
It's a shame. They were
From
holding.
orbit.
They were holding a little bit of the colony together. How is New Sonoma these days?
Burned to the ground.
Not looking good.
Bad.
You
Oh.
attacked New Sonoma.
New
Yeah.
residents have moved in.
Oh, where were we?
You were at the. So you landed in New Sonoma.
Oh, I thought that was
They
also
was-
looking
You
for
were
bad.
burning it, but not like the buildings and stuff like that.
Oh, it
Just-
was okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was, you know. Oh
You
yeah.
guys actually didn't spend much time. in New
Okay, yeah.
Sonoma.
For some reason, I thought like when we got there, it was like already thing. But I remember now that we got there, and then like some people came out and then got eaten by. Scarabs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was doing pretty bad.
That's
It
still
kept getting
bad.
eaten by
Right, but it's not burned to the ground.
I didn't say that. I said bad.
Right, but I said burned to the ground, which is incorrect. Just fine. Clarify. Abandoned by the abandoned, and also everyone else.
New anthropodic residents have moved in.
The Scarabs.
Yes.
Robotic, anthropodic.
That's what I was sent here for. I was here to learn from them and understand you more, son.
I'm touched.
Can you explain how that works? How do you mean?
Oh, that is Jason's information to disseminate.
But what
Jason?
did you learn about that understanding? I'm
Butt out.
curious.
Oh, we're well past that, my friend.
What was that?
We are currently trapped in a weird little mechanics shop surrounded by flesh-eating scarabs. Please.
You
allow
don't get to know
elucidate.
everything about everybody if they don't want you to.
That's kind of my entire job.
Was your previous crew the one that is currently walling off the facility?
They were a mixture of abandoned. They were some of them. Some of them I had to dispatch of myself. Others abandoned. Others experimentation. Yet the process of science is lengthy.
It is.
So besides you, how many people are here? Besides us, like, also?
You're looking at them.
That's what I thought. Crazy.
Dude, I already told you
It's
that.
crazy.
But like, what did the little arthropods teach you?
What was that?
They said, gee, this is crazy.
My findings are. They will change everything.
Tell me about them.
I'm sorry. What is your name?
Oh my god, my name is Batal Les. Das was das. I know my name. Shut up.
I'm Victor.
Oh, hello.
Victor
Victor.
Simmons.
What?
I would love to work on this paper that you're clearly going to write and publish.
Oh, I'm afraid it's only a matter of time for my time.
Is that Victor with a K or a C? Or both?
With a K.
Well, then you must tell me all about it right now.
Father does not disclose that kind of information. It
It's
is for the higher calling.
so good to see you, Jason. You always get it. Can I talk to you privately?
Absolutely.
Excuse us if you don't mind.
Sure.
There's some refreshments on the tables over in the corner.
Sure. Are there extra refreshments on the table?
They had better not be flush.
They're moldy.
Can I look up my drones real quick?
Can you look up what's there?
My drones real quick.
You can, of course.
Sorry, it takes a second because they're all in different places.
He takes you into a side room as you're looking that up.
But I feel like I want to send a recon drone with them.
Uh-huh.
But I have to look up how drones work. I'm sorry.
You're good. If you're thinking of like recon drone, it's probably very noticeably big.
I think it can go invisible.
You got a big old orb usually.
I just have to figure out how to get to the monster manual.
The bestiary.
Yeah. How do I get to the bestiary?
It should be in
Jason
the
is gonna
pull down
whisper
menu
to
over
Victor,
like the hamburger thing, like the 3 lines.
They have been known to eavesdrop in the past. Do you have a special language?
Of course.
Great.
Rude, but also true.
Yeah, recon drones can do tactical cloak 3 times a day.
Yeah.
The hamburger menu.
Nope, that says rocket. Oh.
You know who else
Tactical
could
rocket.
You know who else could use tactical cloak?
What you planning?
Nothing. I'm too shook by that being my crush's dad.
But I super want to know what he learned, so
Yeah.
as they walk away, I'm gonna send an invisible recon drone after them.
Okay.
And I'm gonna set it to turn itself invisible if they're watching when it becomes visible after a minute, so that they can...
Where are you doing this?
So you're gonna do 3. You're gonna.
It can become invisible for a minute 3
Yeah.
times a day.
Yeah. So 3 minutes is what you got.
Yes.
Okay.
Where are you doing this?
It's following.
So as they walk
Right,
away.
where are you making the drone though?
Here, it just poofs. It's my thing.
I'm asking if I can see you do
Oh,
it.
sure.
And I'm gonna try and hack the drone.
You're gonna try.
I mean, you see the drone come up and then it goes, and it's gone.
Okay,
Yeah.
but I know it's there though.
Yeah. So can you do a sleight of hand, and then you can go into your hacking check.
It was almost a natural 20, but it was not.
Anybody else need a bevy?
Yeah, I could use a bevy.
About halfway through.
Can you give me one of those cherry sours?
If I find one, yeah.
Oh, you're going over there? Well, then it's not gonna be over there.
Oh, well then I'll go
So-
with the other one.
Question:
It
How-
should be right
how
at
does
eye
he
level.
look?
Thank you.
What?
What does he look like? How does he look? He looks pretty. I imagine, given the state of the
He's
situation,
pretty frail, man. He looks like he's been running low on rations. There's a sense he doesn't look as in control and in command as you've seen him in the past. You know, a guy that's always taken well care of himself, and he's never been muscular or anything like that, right? But he's been, posture erect, right? Those kind of things, militaristic almost in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
He's hunched over. He's got a mobility aid with a cane. Like this is a guy that's broken.
I guess.
Can I make a perception check to see if that's a ruse? I guess he's not here at the moment, but I'll check.
Do I get
Yeah.
advantage on my sleight of hand for summoning a thing that's part of my class?
I don't know
This
if that
is
would give
Jet,
you
you betcha,
advantage. If I'm
Sam.
being honest.
What?
I don't think it would give you advantage per se.
Being a uni son?
Well, that's 12.
So we need 12 months IPs.
I can check.
That's crazy because I also got a 12.
12 on the slide.
Yeah.
So I guess that would be a reroll? Contested? Because it's contested?
That's not contesting each other. This is did the cameras pick up? Does Victor know what's happening here
I see.
as you're talking to him? For the hacking, does a 12 beat your DC for your spellcasting?
Now, I will admit, Jason, knowing this party and knowing that people have tried to spy on things that they're not supposed to know in the past, can I make
fair
a
enough.
perception check to see if I can,
You could, yeah.
Because he definitely knows that this party does try to pry.
Yeah, no, you could absolutely do that.
No, we don't do things like that. That makes us sound horrible.
I do, and I want him to know that because I want him to find me useful.
It is one of those things where he closely guards the fact that he's an AI so much that the mention, "Oh, are you a robot?" sets him off. He's in a rage. He may not express the full outrage, but like the fact that you would even think that he's a construct is offensive.
Yeah.
Dude, you're the coolest robot I've ever seen. You'd get that before?
Not my best. 16?
16 would catch the 12 sleight of hand. So you kind of like make a motion to notice it, and he just goes, "Oh, don't worry, I know."
Yeah, like, because I mentioned Victor probably sees Jason reaching for his pistol, but then...
Yeah, he just kind of, he reassures you, like, "Don't worry, I know."
Mother knows best.
Hacking not successful, right?
Yeah.
You're like,
Topsy.
yeah,
And
okay.
it's like,
Yeah.
it was literally just like, I'll see if I can. I can't. Okay, moving on.
Yeah. Does a natural 20 beat your DC?
I mean, yeah.
So you
Does
just,
a 31 hit?
Is it a hacking?
Yeah.
Because technically that's supposed to be rolled against my intelligence.
Sure.
I don't know what that means. Does that mean it's an intelligence save?
Yeah, still natural 20.
Well, yeah, but maybe I can get a natural 22.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, you can only get a natural 20.
Stop!
Nice, that's good.
Directly
No.
to jail!
Yeah, he goes, "Choo-choo-choo." And I'll say, yeah, your drone's falling.
Okay.
And then as they go to a door, like a side room,
Sure.
your drone just veers off and
Oh.
just keeps going,
No.
and then into the trash can.
Oh, no!
But it saw what room they went into?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, 1 second. Let me just
you,
read.
you saw what room they went into.
I have to read about how many drones I can summon. I think I can just keep summoning drones.
Wow.
Does it say as an action, or
I'm trying to think of what I say to my crush's dad
Yes.
so that he doesn't hate
or
me.
does it take a spell slot, or is it like...
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Good play.
It just says as an
Hi, Mr. Jason's
action.
dad. Do you like me? Yes or no?
You're an engineer?
Yeah.
Drone as an action, spend 1 tech point.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna spend another tech point.
Cool.
Fuck it. I send another drone.
Yeah, the door's closed.
General So's. What are they? That's General So's.
Yeah, but they can, unless it's like a really soundproof door, it can hear them.
They're pretty good.
Let me know next time you go here, because I want
Why
to
can't it hear?
that.
Why can't this drone hear?
I assume that's what the recon drones do. They listen and videotape and see things.
No, they can videotape things like that, but they are meant to actually like snipe.
That's not what recon means.
And so when you see a recon drone in the game, they're essentially these little floating drones that have a pulse rifle attached to them, and they turn invisible. I guess that's what they do.
That's not what recon means. Why does it do that?
It's based on a video game.
I'm reconnaissing your brain from your skull with a gun.
Effective reconnaissance.
Reconnaissing.
Okay, well, it's
Reconnaissance.
got a passive perception of 13 and infrared vision.
Okay.
And I'd like it to film them and send it to me. Because reconnaissance means to spy on people.
Yeah, no problem. So yeah, it's going to use the infrared so it can see through and see their heat signatures, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. 1 heat signature is showing up.
That's more espionage than.
Wait,
I mean-
my organic parts not have heat.
Oh, true. You are also organic.
You're
You're
just-
not just pure
you're
robot.
just not
That is-
quite
that's
as warm.
absolutely true.
You
No,
look
yeah.
like a really cold person.
Wow.
I was like, I would have figured like with my organic components too, like because I am flesh and metal.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely true.
I want you guys to realize something.
Don't.
Computers actually are very hot
Yeah.
and generate much heat.
There's that.
Also true.
So
I might even be hotter
Also
than
true.
him.
That's fair.
I think, I was gonna say, if anything, I would say he's probably hotter than
Yeah, he is.
normal.
Correct!
at a higher temperature than most normal people.
Yeah, he is.
Hate to see him go, but love to watch him leave.
God damn, Jason's got a fever!
He's got it.
And the only cure is more cowbell.
I love the idea
The
that,
only-
like, Izzy goes
Fucking cure is blowjobs.
What?
I love the idea that Izzy, like, sees a trash can and runs over and kicks it and, like, look at that cake! Fuck! Ding, 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 ding.
That should be a shirt.
Drone rolled out.
That cake. Fuck.
No. He's got a fever and the only cure is blowjobs.
And then just Izzy in the bottom going,
Yeah, so,
Put it on a mug.
he turns to you and he goes, so what is your mission here?
Well, hydrogen.
Let's just talk at a normal volume and we'll
metastable.
just know we
It's
can't
just-
hear you.
It's just to excavate, that's all.
Was part of my secret mission something different?
No, you were just, well, I mean, you were told to
Well, yeah.
make sure that, no secrets are exposed or anything like that.
Yeah. No, that is the nature of my mission. It was pretty cut and dry, this one, which is unusual.
Interesting.
We're not involved in this scene, so I'm just being a silly person.
We
I'm drawing dicks.
found
That
something.
goes We can't all draw dicks.
These scarabs,
Terrible dick.
they can take over the host. We've been augmenting the technology to be able to integrate with robotic technology, cybernetics, and therefore if we did that, we could then possibly work with AI. Have you been feeling different anything lately?
I did notice, upon examining an artifact of Reaper origin, having some confusion, some drawing to the object.
Would you mind if I scan you?
Spotted.
And kind of just goes on his Omni tool and kind of waves. Interesting that the implants are acting differently than they're supposed to.
Why? So we all hear this giant outburst?
Yeah, I'll say that cuts fair.
Should we be concerned?
Oh, I've been concerned
I mean, you could still see
the entire
with
time.
the recon drone.
He's still alive, guys. It's fine.
Yeah.
I'm doing my hair in a particularly reflective panel, and I go, and then I keep doing my hair.
Let me balance your.
I'm gonna bionically-
levels. He starts doing anything. I'm gonna have him do a medicine check. With
So I'm
advantage.
gonna subtly fuss Izzy's hair so that it is
25.
disrupted just a little bit.
He releases you of your level 1 domination. How does that feel?
Clearer.
Good. Careful, just don't stay near those.
Tezrash is just like, I'm gonna screw with Izzy because it's fun.
Correct.
I'm afraid for you, Jason.
He's just got such huge little brother
For me.
energy.
Synthetic insights isn't a... They were a means to an end for me.
That's all I've ever known.
I know, but for me, I used them, just like they used me. They provided me funding for my research, as you know, and I provided them with ideas and loyalty.
But it's fair.
I've eliminated 3 hit teams since my time here.
By yourself.
I'm a resourceful person.
God, what if they weren't hit teams? What if he's just crazy?
Crazy guy is crazy? What?
Jason's thoughts. That's my dad. That's my dad.
What if, and just hear me out, the crazy guy is crazy.
Huh?
I think it's time. Synthetic needs to go away.
Oh no.
I think insights, they don't understand what they're dealing with. I've collected, and he pulls out a data pad. All the research I've been doing. You are here. This is you. This is enough to shut them down. We need to get this to the council.
Council. I've always been at odds with the council.
I know, as have I. They outlawed my research.
I'm outlawed.
But
Oh no, you're gonna kill your dad.
Oh.
if Synthetic Insights understands, and I have Project Scarab's information on it, if they get control of it, they will control you. You will have no free thought anymore. The thing that we want for you to have. For you to be you.
He's like, he hasn't considered living freely in a very long time. Because his perception of the world is, I go out, I shoot a thing, they give me a new gun, and that's rinse, repeat what I do. It's a great job. It's a fantastic job. Security's great. Benefits are great. I get to kill things. I like killing things. And he's considering this idea of living free, and he's like, what is freedom?
I haven't felt it in a long time, but when I did, I met interesting people. People who made me better than who I am.
He's gonna kind of look back at the party that he's with.
No, not them.
What a speak for yourself! I can fix him!
Maybe you can find out.
There's a bit of me that wants to cock next to it. Oh, it is law. It's not Jason at all. Oh, you mean with this law?
There's a sodden fuckers.
There's a short for you.
these ragtag horn dogs. These galleywankers. These.
Hey,
There's
I
one
take
thing
Galley
I am
very
not
seriously.
in this one character.
Long-titted, no nipple.
Horn dog.
Damn.
It appears I didn't eradicate all of it. Hold on 1 second.
Calling out my one character who's not a horn dog. My god.
Looks back at the team, and you just see Tazrachi screwing up Izzy's hair as he's frantically trying to fix it.
This is Gowan's problem!
It's okay. You look stunning. So.
And you static my hair as she touches it.
Oh, this is fun.
I'm pondering this. I haven't really left the cage, have I? And he's like thinking to all the missions and all the, like, thinking of like growing up in the, the facility,
Quote unquote
learning,
growing up.
yeah, and like,
The
learning
black side of it, essentially.
all of it, and just, yeah, and then going out into the field, being told what to do by Synthetic Insights, and he's like, I thought that was living. You're saying there's more to it?
There is. I gave up a lot of it to do this. You're not the only one, Jason. Statipad tells you of another.
I have a brother.
Call them a sister.
Sister.
Yo.
You've met them.
He's like thinking back and like, if you could get into his head, it's just like the code is like flying.
Yeah. The problem is that the plan was implemented by the board, Synthetic Insights. And you were implemented in the field when we needed someone in the corporate side of things. Who better than a CEO? Samantha Vorik.
That's why we get along. Wait, but so she knows.
She does know.
How come I was never told of her?
Because she was given the power, you were given the skill.
Because women are better than men.
Correct.
What am I shooting?
Neither of them are a man or a woman, but okay.
We have to understand the danger.
They clearly identify as men and women. That's why we're talking about brothers and sisters.
A CEO,
Oh, you drew a dick. Cool.
CEO with free thought. It's no problem.
It's like we thought.
There you go.
I'm sorry. She said I'm drawing dicks.
I just love that dialogue. Oh, you drew a dick. Cool. It's like There's a whole conversation over
there's
here
definitely
at an executive board.
There's definitely a poetic
there's
of saying women are better than men while drawing a dick.
To be fair, when I said it, I was drawing a woman with tits. The dick was before that.
I love saying inflammatory things.
You guys
for
have
the
all,
LOLs.
by the way, earned inspiration so far today, so...
Oh, thanks! Was it the dick comment or the blowjob?
The doing the hair, that whole thing. the always trying to spy with the recon drone, the debating with yourself, like, do what, like, Reaper technology bad,
This is his blowjob emoji.
Oh yeah, meeting it bad. So.
But that means, wait. But if you're asking me to go against the company,
Yes.
I'm going against family now.
You are. You see, your sister is a CEO with free thought. There's no problem, right? But a CEO in the hands of others? Unless you could save her. Unless they've gotten to her. They couldn't, right? I have the information on Scarab. They can't get that far yet.
They have their hands in everything. He's thinking of all of the control he's under, and he's like, I am not free of their hand, and they're not inside my mind. I can only imagine somebody who's in the building at all times and controls the gears and the wheels.
Have you had to, in the past, you've done many targets of eliminations?
I am. I'm very well versed. I'm no stranger to executing them.
Have they sent you after the board yet? Any board members?
No.
That's good. It means that's actually bad. It means that everybody on the board is okay with this.
Would Jason know from his targets and stuff? So
I was gonna ask.
has he ever had to target anybody within synthetic insects?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so he is no stranger to eliminating within the company.
Yeah, just never the board. No one's ever from the board.
Yeah, I've definitely been tasked with weeding the company, but never the higher ups. That is a clearance above mine that I just never. Well, is it a clearance above mine? Actually,
You have unlimited clearance.
so I have about so.
Maybe above your knowledge, but not your clearance.
Yeah. So to my knowledge, I have basically I can walk through the whole company
Yes, you
as
can.
much as I can.
Yeah, that's your power, right? I mean, the power of of Samantha has been the public face, all of the image of the company, but you are the behind the scenes power, right? You have.
So in a way,
No one limits you.
I'm basically
Yaga.
the hand of
Is
death
that Baba
for
Yaga?
the company.
Yeah, Baba Yaga is another good idea. But yeah, I mean, it's.
Yeah, John Wick style. Have you seen John Wick?
I've never been tasked with
what they call
eliminating
it.
anyone from the board, though.
You call him Jason?
No.
Ah.
They call him Baba Yaga.
Hmm,
The one you send to kill the boogeyman, etc.
that is good, isn't it?
Jason, there's no one I trust but you with this data pad. I'm telling you, my days are numbered. I have 3 hit teams. I'm resourceful, but look at my staff.
Do I have to keep it on the data pad? A data pad is a trace.
Do I have to look at your teeth?
The problem is, the data pad is linked to you. For anybody else to get this data pad, they would need your information.
I guess it's as ironclad as it gets. He's thinking to his own brain. He's like,
In fact, he types on it, not even I.
This is a 512 kilobit encryption. It would take
You have to
10
understand,
times the
Jason.
length of the universe to crack it.
My time is limited.
We got this.
where are you going?
I have a feeling we'll know soon. I've been tracking, you've been on a ship, the Inquisitor. There was another ship that docked a few hours ago. Yes, they had a... The signature was written to a man known as Cyrus Hazard. You've heard the name Cyrus Hazard. Tess has mentioned Cyrus Hazard. They were the CEO of a company that hired the assassination team against you guys in the bar. You guys fought a group known as the Requiem. I don't know what Hazard has to do in all of this, but they were docked onto your ship.
And we don't have any comms to the ship at all. Nobody's been able to reach us.
From your vehicle, you do.
We just haven't communicated with the ship.
Yeah, you have a. I can't remember the name of it, and that's on me. But in Mass Effect 3, or maybe it's 2, there's a relay that sends to between two specific points, and you have that on you.
Quantum entanglement.
Thank you. Yeah.
Nobody reached out to us or sent us a message while we were.
Nothing.
The QIC.
It's suspicious, especially because we have onboard comms on the Taurus. They would have sent us something had they been forwarded or bombarded.
If it's the Requiem, then they're good if they do. It's only a matter of time before they come here. First, it was Eclipse Mercs by that Jembo Coctoston.
That's actually, man.
Then they had Blue Suns come after me. Most recent was my own team, Synthetic Insights. It won't be long before Cerberus is attached to this.
So you think that they knew I was coming here? Synthetic Insights knew I was coming here. Why wouldn't they have tasked me with doing this? And why would they trust me not to get this information from you?
Maybe they were hoping I was dead already. They'd sent teams to kill me already. The Eclipse have been contracted by Synthetic Insights.
But surely your body would have still been here. I would have uncovered something. Why would they have sent me here?
Maybe the job was to make it look like a murder from the townspeople, the abandoned, maybe. Did they tell you that they've lost communication here, or what did they tell you? Yeah.
Yes, they did. They said they lost comms with the base.
I've been in constant communication with them. What was the situation like on Dynamic Station?
Well, the mechs were not operable. Like the mechs and the vehicles were not operable. We had to come down here to...
The person in charge of mech repairs, they were on, they were in town recently. They were in Milgrom. He was at his mansion. I haven't heard back from him. You would know that your most recent assassination mission that you did was a man who operates on mechs, and you placed a chip in his mech. You killed him in his own mansion.
I believe I know what happened to him. Personally.
Roberts? Clean up loose ends. They're smart.
It was a mission. I wasn't aware who it does. I'm best as a tool and as a weapon, as the final death blow from
You're best as a person, Jason. That's what I make you for. A tool is only as good as its user. A person makes choices, and they define them.
I guess it's time to start figuring out who Jason is, not the assassin.
I think that is good.
I can't guarantee that doesn't mean I won't kill others. That's pretty fun.
Yes. So is science.
Alternatively, science, though.
Do you trust this team that you're with?
Enough. I trust them enough. I don't trust them with everything.
Well, I will let you choose what you tell
I
them.
trust them not to kill me. Which is saying something.
I think that is enough. I will let you choose what you tell them. I will only back you up.
There's two parts of me. There's one, I do not want them to know that I'm a construct. I am not a construct. I don't believe that. I breathe enough. I actually have to breathe.
Breathe enough.
I feel my heart beating. I feel the warmth of my hands. I feel wind. I live, as far as I know. If that is living. But there's more to living, and I need to find out more what that is.
Blowjobs.
Stop it. No.
But there is a part of me that does not want them to know of my other internal parts.
I think
The gears and the code.
I think what makes you Jason is not the gears and the code. But you have to like who you are before you can tell others.
We believe in you, Pinocchio. You'll be a real boy.
I'm so serious.
This
Izzy would be
episode.
so into him anyway. But
Izzy
The
just
Technerd
really hot
will be
for
into the
Pinocchio.
cyborg? No shit.
yeah.
Sorry, not a cyborg. Android.
Thank you.
Hey, he's a person.
Jason, what
Okay.
you choose to do
Define
is just
person.
that, your choice.
His heart beats
Good
enough.
or bad, you learn from them. Yes?
Well, I suppose if they backstab me, I could just
Damn.
Pragmatic.
He goes, puts his hand
Green
on your
flag.
shoulder,
Green flag.
like I did with my team.
Oh my god.
I'll hug over that.
Wow, it was very sweet and loving, and
looking
then
onward into the room, like,
No, that's lovely.
Oh, can we see into the room?
The infrared.
Oh.
hug. Oh wow, they're hugging. It's so nice and sweet.
I'm so glad we're part of this family reunion, guys.
We.
It's great.
And he didn't want to come here. I
I'll,
mean, it was an accident.
I'll let you lead the way. He kind of motions towards the door for you.
I didn't miss anything. Like, crucial, did I?
No.
Just that Jason breathes enough to be human.
He's gonna figure out who Jason is.
Very cute.
Wow. You've only got
Like 3 episodes.
eternity.
At this point, as he motions to the door, and whatever you choose to do with that, let that sit in or not.
Oh, come back, little dribble. Come back, Jimmy.
Oh no, Jimmy is in the trash can. And there he shall remain
No,
forever.
Bob is in the trash can.
Oh.
Jimmy is watching the door with his infrared vision. I call Jimmy back because I see them headed towards the door in the infrared.
The lights glow from a blue to a red.
Oh, that can't be good.
You watch as the doors begin opening.
Guys?
I'm here, what?
One of the things that catches your attention is the facility begins to rumble.
Just
Glass
Did I notice if Father had a weapon on him?
Yeah, just a pistol strapped into his belt.
Okay. Does he?
He's on like an environmental suit or anything like that.
In my own pragmatic way, I was going to, if he didn't have a weapon, I was going to hand him one to more be like, in case it comes down to it, you know, like. But if he's got a weapon,
Yeah, he's got one. Yeah. Yep. Strobing lights, red, emanates from all over, blasts against the cave as the cave begins to rumble. And then an Omni tool, as the door opens, Victor leads out and he gets a message. Warning, warning. Cave collapse imminent. Self-destruct sequence initiated. And he looks at y'all. This was a safety precaution. The work must be destroyed.
Well, no, but no.
Couldn't have waited until we left.
It will give us some time.
What, we could take the work with
The
us
fun-
though and like use it.
Please, no.
Everybody roll a perception check.
Please elucidate the meaning of sometime.
1 hour.
Okay.
35.
Not unreasonable, I suppose.
I'm really interested in getting his
You said perception?
report out.
Yeah.
24.
25.
24. 25.
5.
Just gotta go one on me every time,
13.
don't you, Jason?
You
I should
guys
really start smashing.
distracted by all the sounds and bleeps.
No, but what if you just gave us the information before everything exploded though, and then we could use it?
You both notice a red light targeted on Victor's head.
Biotic pole.
But cool. I'll have you do an initiative versus this person's initiative.
Can I also try?
You do like tackle.
Well, I mean, before we get it, I rolled a natural 20.
Oh.
Cool. Yeah. I'll say you reach out, but you go to.
What he's probably gonna do is like shove him
Shove
out
him
of
right
the way.
away.
Like, you know, he does know he's frail and all that, but he's also
Yeah, you go to
just, like, get him out
reach
of
to
the way.
shove, and then.
I think what happens is I see you moving and I pull both of you down.
Okay. Yeah.
I think a natural 20 would allow you
Yeah,
to do
absolutely.
that.
That's fine. Yeah, you go to rush at Victor and Victor, huh? And then both of you guys get pulled away. The shot goes straight through one of the robotic arms that's kind of positioned. The arm just drops off on one of the tables in which he was doing work.
Maybe now it's not the best
Jason
time for
on the
that.
ground is gonna like kind of lick it into it.
So that brings us to initiative. All right, I think that's a good point for us to end the session here with the shot heard all around the station. Kat, who's our sponsors today?
Oh my goodness! Check out our sponsor, Shattermare Comics, and their super cool comic, Hardly Heroes, which you can subscribe for at ShattermareComics.com. And if you use the code Lizards23, you get 50% off the first month of your subscription to awesome comics delivered right to your door. Anyway.
So check the comments below, and while you're doing that, along the way, because there's an
Andrew's making
amount of
promises
space.
that I might not follow.
There's an
up
amount.
on.
You're gonna. I mean, if they don't do it, then they don't do it. Blame Kat and John. It's their fault.
Yeah.
But while you're on the way to look to see if John and Kat put the description put the link in the description, you can press the like button.
That's a cool one. I like that one.
There will
Yeah.
certainly be.
You can also press the subscribe
In the
button
description.
and the bell. There will be a description. What's in it is completely outside of my realm of control, and I've accepted that as a person. What you can accept as a person is liking our videos or liking our podcast. We got to 1,000
1,000 plays.
1,000 plays on Spotify. Thank
Yeah.
you, everybody who listens to us on Spotify. Shout out to you guys. I try my best anytime something happens that is completely visual to try and elucidate what has happened, to kind of share the fun with you guys. And I just want to say that I do appreciate that. And, you guys don't have a like button, but press the like button in your mind
But you can
just
use the
for
follow
me.
button.
They'd have to
That's
follow
not
it.
a like
Absolutely.
button.
There's a rating button. They can do the 5-star button.
Give us 5 stars.
5-star, even better.
Yep. Each episode you can rate.
That's
Well, there you
4
go.
more stars than the people on YouTube can give us. So do
It's
it.
5 more stars they can give.
Well, that's true. You
There's
can only
technically,
give a heart on
technically it's
YouTube.
infinite more stars.
Yeah.
Since it's a heart.
Because there's
on
no
YouTube.
stars on YouTube.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Shout out to you guys.
or you know what you could do? Find us on Instagram or
That's
Facebook
a thing. I've heard
or
about that.
Twitter, because I'm gonna keep calling it that. Mastodon. I want to say we're on Hive, but honestly, the app has been weird
Yeah. Ooh.
lately.
Are we on Bluesky?
We are on
We're on
Bluesky.
Bluesky.
Are we on the butterfly app?
I would honestly suggest you find us there, because that's what we've been using mostly. Yeah.
That was a very normal
Anything
app,
going
to
on
be
there?
fair.
Also, you should check out the Mystery Frequency podcast because I enjoy their efforts to share old-timey mystery
Very Twilight Zone.
radio shows. You should enjoy it as well.
I agree. Alright. Mary, do you have a question for a day that is now?
Not really, but
Do you prefer New Sonoma or New Simona?
And why is it penguin?
And what?
yeah, New Sonoma just makes me think of Kohl's.
I mean, yeah.
And bougie kitchenware.
Oh, Kohl's. As in, like, the place where you buy
The
things.
rush.
Yeah,
the
they're-
rush.
I thought Kohl like a coal mine, like a place
Yeah.
where you mine
I
things.
was like, yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
You
That's-
read on
that
it.
is what it is.
No, it's literally the Kohl's
It is.
personal
With a K.
brand of Sonoma goods for life.
But John was referencing Old Sonoma from Psych,
I am. That is the reference.
That is the reference.
which I don't think has a Y in it, by
Go
the
fuck
way.
yourself.
I think it's S-O-N.
Bruh.
That sounds right. Yeah.
Sonoma.
O-M-A.
Sonoma. Son! Oh, Ma. The son of Ma.
Come on, son.
Son, oh my.
Come on, son.
Come on, son.
Come on, Sonoma. Can we roll yet?
Hello, adventurers! Have you heard of Hardly Heroes from Shattermare Comics? They're a group of hodgepodge adventures out to save the world. Will they? Can they? Find out by using the discount code below to save 50% on your first month's subscription.
Most impressive.
Who knows what evil lurks in the hearts of men?
Turn your dial to find the frequency of the past.
Captain Advice.
Where the classic stories of mysteries, sci-fi, thrillers, and suspense are found waiting to be heard once again.
Another case for Nick Carter, Master Detective.
You'll find a variety of those stories here, in their original form, where each episode takes you to another place or time.
The Man of Bronze, Doc Savage.
But only when you find the mystery frequency. Available everywhere.
The shadow knows.